This video is a step-by-step tutorial to walk you through accessing data from Drought.gov and the U.S. Drought Monitor. The U.S. Drought Monitor utilizes the Palmer Drought Severity Index. We will be focusing on how to read the Palmer Drought Severity Index and how to access the data so it is relevant for your community. The Palmer Drought Severity Index, or PDSI, uses 5 classifications to measure drought. PDSI uses serially complete monthly temperature and precipitation data to generate the index. As of June 2021, to meet the requirement to include extent data for drought, you should only be using data from the PDSI. So when sorting through other maps and datasets for drought, be sure you are checking the index used. Here you can see category, description, possible impacts, and in this first column of ranges, the PDSI. D0 is abnormally dry and is considered the lowest classification. D1 is moderate drought, D2 is severe drought, D3 is extreme drought, and D4 is exceptional drought and the highest classification. For a deeper understanding of the impacts of each level of drought, refer to the possible impacts column. Now we'll switch to Drought.gov. Once you've accessed the link, first navigate to this top row and you'll search by location and utilize this drop-down menu and click on the state of Vermont. Once you're here, you'll see also impacts of each classification. And on this map on the right is where you'll click which county you are a part of. Your hazard mitigation plan should also include discussion on past occurrences and impacts of this hazard. In addition to drought impacts described in the classification table, the Drought.gov site has an incredible depth of data, and I will be providing brief descriptions of each map. So take some time individually to explore the maps that may be useful for your community. This map here on the right represents the current state of Vermont and its drought conditions. These two maps, short-term and long-term drought indicators, are experimental drought blends that create predictions of the current drought status in either a short-term context or long-term context. Agriculture, this map and dataset can provide insight to the agriculture sector and what resources within that sector are vulnerable to droughts. Water supply. In this map, you can see stream gauge level data, which is a good resource for indicating drought. And we will have a separate, more in-depth tutorial on stream gauge data that can be found on our YouTube channel. Public health. This map shows the social vulnerability and can help identify what public needs occur in a drought. Future conditions. These are experimental maps that are looking at future impacts of climate change and drought. The focus of this session will be on historical conditions for your county. And our recommendation is to use the 2000 to present weekly data set, as this utilizes the PDSI, which is this one right here. On the bottom left corner, you will see a key to this map. You'll see each classification and their correlated color. And on the bottom right corner, you'll see a bunch of options for download. And we recommend that you download the CSV file and open it in Excel. And now, once this is opened, you should focus on the columns titled None through Valid End. And the values within D0 and D4 are not percentages, but they are indicating the amount of the identified area that is experiencing the related classification. None indicates that the area is not experiencing dry or drought conditions. So for example, line 25, 100% of the area is experiencing D0, which is abnormally dry, and only 24.84% of the area is experiencing D1, which is moderate drought. And if you want to visually see the data, you can get historical maps to see which areas of your county are being impacted. So if we go back to the website and look in the top right corner, you'll click Explore Historical Maps. And once you're here, you'll slide down to this cursor and go to the date that you want to view more in depth. And when you go down here, you'll see a map representing what that looks like visually. So you'll see this bottom corner here is experiencing severe drought, and the rest of the county is experiencing moderate drought. So to create a holistic picture of the event, you can reference historical disaster impacts and loss estimates to infrastructure, facility systems, people, or essential capabilities. And this can be achieved through the maps that we've been showing you on this site. And this concludes our tutorial on drought hazard data, and this video is a part of a series produced by Vermont Emergency Management's Hazard Mitigation Program. For more information, you can find us on the web, email us, and see more tutorials on our YouTube channel.